Controlling. Hello?
Could you please zoom in somewhat?
Okay.
Okay, sir. Continue.
Controlling is the internal reporting purpose by using this controlling. Controlling provides you with the information for management decision making. This is the management and decision making is the controlling purpose. It facilitates coordinating and monitoring and optimization of all processes in an organization. This involves recording both consumption of production factors and the services provided by an organization. In CO, a CO account assignment object like cost centers, profit center, internal audits, and cost sheet. In cost sheet, we have a direct material and direct labor and direct expenses like that only, and prime cost and direct cost, indirect material and indirect labor and indirect expenses are there. Some indirect expenses we have a overheads. Direct and indirect expenses is nothing but factory cost, and administration cost is cost of production. In financial accounting, is the financial accounting is the external accounting purpose. In controlling is the internal accounting purpose. In internal accounting, on the other hand, is purely for the internal use of firm and serves to controlling and manage the organization. This is the difference between FI and CO. This is the difference between the financial accounting. FI represents external accounting. The controlling represent in internal purpose. Responsible for statutory compliance and responsible for managing and checking of enterprise operations. This generate profit and loss and balance sheet and cash flow statement. It generates internal reports for decision making and analysis. These the follow certain standards IFRS, IFRS and US GAAP, and follow own standards, best business practices. This is the organized structure of CO, client to operating concern, controlling area, and company code, and business area are cost centers. This is the operating concern. The operating concern is the highest level of profitability and sales and marketing, controlling and centralized organization until profitability analysis. Used to segment and structure in the market. The controlling area. The controlling area structure is the internal accounting operations of an organization within controlling. The main areas in controlling are used for different tasks and types of analysis. This is the analysis of cost element accounting, overhead cost controlling, product cost controlling, profitability analysis, and profit center accounting. In cost element accounting, this is the classification of cost revenues posted to CO. It also enables the reconciliation of this is the reconciliation account of the cost and with the financial accounting. Overhead cost of controlling. This is the case of cost in the functional areas of an enterprise. In many enterprises, overhead costs have increased rapidly. This includes costs that cannot be directly assigned to the product or services. The product cost controlling. This provides the tools for a comprehensive analysis of the value added process in an enterprise. Next, profitability analysis. Profitability analysis deals mainly with analyzing the results of enterprise activities on the external market. Next, profit center accounting. In profit center accounting, analyze the success of the sub areas in the enterprise which are responsible for profits. It can represent the internal market. This is the profit internal market and the enterprise, particularly the functions of multiple valuation appraisals and transfer prices are used. This is the scenario of controlling basic settings. The television plant, stores, finance, and washing machine plant, assembling, HR. This is the most important vocabulary in cost center. In cost centers that represent the areas where costs are incurred, collected. Generally, for every cost center, there is a person who is responsible for all the costs incurred in his or her CCS. These are cost elements. Cost elements can be either primary cost or secondary cost. In primary cost elements arise through the consumption of production factors that are sourced externally. Secondary cost elements arise through the consumption of production factors that are provided internally. These are the activity types: historical key figures, master data groups, and standard hierarchy. These are the controlling basic settings of configuration, like operating constant, controlling company code. In company code, we have sales company code, in purchasing organization, in sales organization, in logistic procurement and sales. The profitability analysis is used within operating concern. The operating concern is an organizational unit that represents the structure of external market segments for the enterprises. Next, company code is an independent accounting unit. Financial and profit loss statements are prepared at company code level to meet legal reporting requirements. Business areas can be used to group strategical business fields. Next, the plant represents a production unit. It represents the central organizational unit, laboratories, materials management, and production planning. When you define organization structure, you assign the plans to company codes. Is the multiple assignment like operating concern, the currency is zero, controlling area, currency, and company code 1000 and company. These are two company codes are there. Create controlling area. Controlling area configuration is the starting point of configuration in CO module, which will enable us to configuration cost center, internal order and profit center, order costing, and then profitability analysis modules. This is the T-code for we need to creating the controlling area. We are using this T-code OKKP. Once we have to give this T-code, we need to go to new entries and we have to create the controlling area. For example, my controlling area is TA05. I need to create this TA05, and my company is Tata Steel Private Limited. I created this Tata Steels Limited, and currency type. This currency type is 10. I need to create this currency type, and currency INR. Our currency is Indian currency. That's why I mentioned this INR. In chart of accounts, my chart of accounts is TA05. I have to give this TA05 and fiscal year variant 2023. This year into for and the document type is SA for general ledger. I need to create. I mentioned this general ledger and we need to save this. Next, once we save, we have to click on yes and create standard hierarchy. We double click on assignment of company codes. We have to do this double click on assignment companies. Then go to new entries. We have to mention this assignment of company codes. We need to assign the company codes here. Next, double create companies. We need to in controlling area. I have mentioned that TA05 and fiscal year to them. In cost center, I have to mention this component active. The cost center accounting, internal order, profit center account, product costing, and profitability analysis. Next, activate components. Okay, I mentioned this cost center. This the one component active. Controlling area. My controlling area TA05 fiscal year 2023. I mentioned the cost center with the one component active. I have to select this cost center and progress sales orders. Once we have to measure this and we need to save. Next, another one is maintain number ranges for our controlling documents. This is the path and this is the T-code. We are using this KANK T-code. We need to view the number ranges. I created the number range intervals from, for example, I created from number range 1000 to 2000. I need to create this number range for this CO number range. Once we click on element group and we have a control document number range is there. Now select this checkbox and we need to double click on all transactions under not assigned. Is the CON, CO2 posting from inside this one. I need to double click on this one. The number is created. Once number is created, we need to save that. Next is maintain versions. In maintain version, we have using this OK utility. The SAP R/3 system automatically creates version 000. This is the R/3 systematically creates. The version is 000. When you create a controlling area, the actual values created when entering primary costs and allocating costs internally are posted in this version. Version 000 is the version used for analyzing actual data. The planning always takes place with a plan version. Select version 0 and double click on settings for each fiscal year. In controlling area, I mentioned this controlling area TH05 version is 0. Once we select this one, we have a controlling version. This is the versions from integrated planning and copy allowed. We need to select this integrated planning and copy allowed. Once selected, output device is LP01. We need to select and execute and select checkbox under integrated planning and select. Select yes and provide output device. Output device is LP01 and number of and you need to select and save the data. Next, cost element accounting. Cost elements describe the origin of costs, and secondary cost elements arise through the consumption of production factors that are provided internally, that is by the enterprise itself. Primary cost elements are those which are created from the financial general ledger accounts and impact the financial account. Example, traveling expenses, consumption account, in fact, any profit and loss account. Primary cost elements are those whose cost origin is outside controlling model. The secondary cost elements are those which are created only in controlling and do not affect the financial of the company. These are the important cost element categories. These are primary cost element categories like primary cost revenue, sales discount, and external settlement. And secondary cost element categories, internal settlement on order project result analysis, and overhead rates, assessment, and internal activity allocation. This is the international chart of accounts like financial current assets and short-term capital and non-operating expenses, revenues, material stock and expense. Primary cost element and secondary cost element and secondary finished and off-finished products, revenue balance sheet and changes equity, internal activity, the current year profit and loss account. In the OKB2, where is this T2 for make a default settings. Defaults. You click on create batch input session. We are using this OKB and click on create input session. We have a controlling area and valid from and valid to give. We need to give this value from date and valid to date. Session and this is a session cost element and batch input user. Once we have to compare, we can execute this button. We create batch input session to create cost element. In administration cost, I need to create this some GL accounts like salary account, rent account, and audit fee and traveling expenses. I need to create this GL accounts to converted into credit cost element. Once double credit cost limit, it converted to the cost element. This is the cost element, controlling basic setting like cost element, day to time value, whatever we create in this, and click on process, and we need to click on display and errors. Click on process, need to select this session variable and click on execute batch input session. Click on session variable. This is the cost event report. This kHADAR'S. We click on cost element and you have to mention this valid from date and valid to. You click on execute button. In controlling area, I have mentioned this DA05 and date and cost element. Whatever we are edit the cost element, we have some cost elements on here. The next is create cost center and standard action. We are using this OKE01. In OKE01, we have a cost element of groups under cost element group. Create cost standard action. The controlling area. We have to mention this controlling area TA05 and to create the group. For example, I mentioned the create group 1000. That is the production cost center group, and again another group is 2000. That is the service cost center I created, and again lower level group I need to create the group number is 3000. This is the administration cost center. Again another group I created this 4000. This is the financial cost center. Thus another group is 5000 I created. This is the HR cost center. This is the HR cost center. Another group is sales. Click on cost center and I created this cost centers. The KS cost center master KS01. We are using this KS01. We are using this T-code and we created the cost center like cost center 1000 here. This the 1000 is for production cost center group, and we have to mention this value from 01 to 111 from this one from valid from to valid to. Select master data button and select enter. We have to select this icon. Click on basic data. This is the basic data. This is the basic data. We have to whatever we mention this name, LCD and description, cost center category. This is the one and energy area 1000. This is the cost production cost centers. Production cost center. This is the production. This is the currency. Can use this currency INR. Once click on to save create cost center. This is the one warning message. This is the warning message. We can ignore this warning message and we need to save. Another one is cost center master data report. We are using this KS13. We are using this report and create the master data report. In master data we have a cost center. All cost center we need to select this all cost centers and we have to mention the valid from date and valid to date. Once we have updated this date and we double click on execute button. Once we double click on this button, we have showing this like LCD. Whatever we created this cost center, we have to show in this one here. Next is cost center planning. Next is cost center planning. We are using this cost center planning keyboard KP04. So this is the KP04. SAP using data profile Here I mentioned this SAP easy. Click on this button, and you need to save that one. On KP06, this is the cost and activity inputs change. In cost center, the version is 0 version, and from period 1 and 2 period 2. This is the financial year for January to December calendar year. The fiscal year I mentioned 2023. You go to AS01. Once we go to AS01, once mention this one, and the name is administration part and personal responsible. You concentrate category 1 and hierarchy area and currency INR. This primary posting to cost center. I created this invoices. I booked the invoices in FB50. Okay, documented, posting it, and documented data. I need to create this, and once we created, we have showing this whatever we created this PL accounts, and we have showing this. This is the reporting. This is the cost center report. S underscore ALR underscore 8701361. This is the report of cost center. This is the controlling area. My controlling area TH05 and fiscal year 2023 from period 1 and 2 period 1. The plan version is 0 version. Once we have to update these details, in the cost center report and check cost center report 1000. Once we have updated these details, we click on execute button. Once executed, the report is showing like this one, this like office maintenance, telephone expenses, office rent and audit fees, whatever we created, this it's showing like this, and double click on any line item in the report. Once we double click on this line item report, we have showing this like whatever we create cost centers and profit centers and all, we are showing like this one. Next is cost center of actual posting. This is the manual reporting of primary cost. This is the we are using this KB11 KB11 T code. Once we are using this T code, we have documented and posting it. We have to mention, and document header text is no posting cost from administration to finance. Administration to finance. Once this one, we click on this. This is the cost center and the cost element group and the amount and currency. This is the cost control. We converted into new cost center control. Click on once we click on, and we have to save the system, which is like this only document is posted under number. Once we have shown, we are showing this like document message number. We go to cost center report in S underscore ALR 8701361 and see how cost we reported from the admin cost in finance center. These are reporting line items KB61. Once we are using this report, we are showing this document number, the document number and company code fiscal year. I have moved these details and all. Click on execute button. The reporting showing the reporting. This is the period and closing. This is the period and closing. Create statistical case figures KK01. telephone. Yeah, that's it. Completed. Hello.
Nice. Good thing. Mm, okay, nice, sir. Nice presentation you have given.
Yeah, stop recording.
Sir?
Stop recording.
Okay, sorry, much.